What's up? So, what is this whole thing in between the two genres, Afrobeat and dancehall? Now, I'm saying the genres, not the artists, because the two genres are going on a rivalry. The two of them are on some tangent, fighting each other to become dominant in the world, representing the biggest black culture that ever existed. That is the black race from Africa or from Jamaica. I'm saying this because we've seen Vibes Cartel, we've seen Skilly Ben, Shenzia, Steph London. We've seen all these amazing artists jumping on Molly, Shake It to the Max. That brings me to the next question. Is the world gradually accepting a genre called Afro dancehall without them even realizing that they are doing Afro dancehall now? And also, we're going to try and make sense on why Afrobeat is dominant so much that it's clearing or pushing away dancehall, and it's also giving birth to a new form of direction, a new form of sound called the Afro dancehall, of which Stonebwoy once upon a time said to me, Nana Yao 18, that he does Afro dancehall. I'll show you the video. We're going to have a conversation on language. They say music is a universal language, but if you are doing dancehall, all the dancehall artists, they sound a certain type of way. That is, they all try to speak patois, but society, industry stakeholders, and gatekeepers were questioning Kelvin Boy and are now also questioning Kojo Black and his squad for sounding more Nigerian than Ghanaian. But Afrobeat is championed by a group of Nigerian artists. They are the ones that are carrying the conversation, all right? The show is going to be hot, factual, brutal, and everything in between, because we're going to try and make sense. This is the final debate. Afrobeat versus dancehall, and the new baby in town, Afro dancehall. We're going to kick off the show with Kelvin Boy telling us why he sounds like a Nigerian and why he would choose that over two other main dominant languages when it comes to music, which is hip hop and Jamaican. Then when we come back, we will ask the big squad, the big OK and the big plug, if it is okay to normalize Ghanaians sounding like Nigerians if they're doing Afrobeat, because the guys doing dancehall, they all try to speak patois. Calvin Boy is here with Andy Dusty. Take a listen.
Share my POV. This is my point of view. Calvin Boy is sounding Nigerian. Earlier when you came, you remember that thing came up. Yeah. This guy, is he Nigerian? It's Why changing. Does he sound so Nigerian?
Yeah.
Then you changed,
yes,
you brought it home.
Yes.
All of a sudden, it's switching back to the Nigerian vibe. For example, Roma right here, if you listen to it, although you featured a Nigerian, is it AV?
Yes, but you can hear the
But
highlight.
you still hear, no, of course there's a highlight.
Yes.
But even with your verse, I could tell straight away that, that's a Nigerian singing, although it was Calvin Boy.
Depends on the vibe.
Right.
It depends
but
on
what
the vibe.
is it with you and this whole Nigerian sound?
I feel like is our sound still. If we keep saying, oh, it was our style and it came to, it's our sound still. We are all blacks. I don't know why we accept to even day here and be arguing on dancehall and this thing, and we want to be far away from Afrobeat. Like, I'd rather be like this with my brother than outsider. Do you understand? So I'd rather sound Nigerian than to sound Jamaican or American, because it's close to me. Like, they understand me better.
But what happened to yours?
Do you understand? I don't want to explain that, because if you listen to me, you hear me too. I speak cheese sometimes, but the way that they highlight that, no, there's nothing I can do about that. So I'm saying in a positive way is better, because that's what they told me. Say I'm sounding Nigerian. Listen to the new boys now. It's more than me.
This is
Big shouts to Hits 103.9 FM. My name is Charlie Yao. You can also call me Nana Yao 18, hanging out with the big squad. Ladies and gentlemen, big OK and big shouts to them as well for making this happen. This is Fuse at Night. The show is going to be brutal. We're going to start the conversation before we go for the official break, and when we come back, we start it proper, like professionally. But in the wave of kicking it off, what is the language for Afrobeat? How do I need to sound if I'm an Afrobeat artist?
You need to sound Nigerian
Why?
because they carry the sound.
Because they carry the sound.
Yeah.
So if I sound like a Nigerian, what will be the next step for me? How do I bring it home? If I'm sounding like a Nigerian.
If you're sounding like a Nigerian, how you bring it home? You know, if we are talking this Afrobeats whole thing, we should know that it has some level of origin from Ghana before it went out into Nigeria, because Afrobeat in general was influenced by hip life and high life, and then the Yoruba sound. You understand? So it has its origin from Ghana, and so you can sound Nigerian, but you can also come down to Ghana and do your hip life or your high life. It doesn't spoil anything.
Why do people have an issue with Ghanaian artists who are doing dancehall and they are speaking patois? If Afrobeat artists, you are allowed to sound like a Nigerian.
So first,
Talk into my mic for me.
I think the argument is with the patois speaking, because we feel like most of them they're not even speaking the right patois we all want to hear. Yeah, so I think that is where the argument is actually coming from, if you're talking about the patois. But then for Afrobeat, just like Joseph said, I think it originated from Nigeria. So in order for you to carry that one too as well, it means you have to sound like them automatically.
I have a different view. Please, I didn't say it came from Nigeria.
The Afrobeat?
Yes.
It came from where?
So there are two types. You see, the spelling is two types. There's the Afrobeat without the S.
Which Ghanaian artist is the number one Afrobeat artist in the world right now?
Number one Afrobeat artist in the world. Hey, you'll be a strong man.
Fela Kuti.
No, Fela Kuti is Nigerian. So Fela Kuti is not Ghanaian.
Okay.
Fela Kuti is the originator of Afrobeat.
Beats,
Yes,
yeah.
beats.
Yeah, without the S.
Without
Yeah.
the S.
But you're saying that the Afrobeat with the S is not from Ghana. It's from Ghana.
No, the
Yes,
one with
so
the
we
S
had-
is from Ghana.
We had like artists like Sarkodie, E.L. Dams doing that
Were
kind
they
of mix,
doing,
fusing it
were
with
they doing
Azonto.
Afrobeats or they were doing hip life?
So
Yeah, it is hip life. I think even the beats, the one with the S, I think that is what currently most of the Nigerians are doing. That is what most of our boys are also learning. So like Tiwa Savage, like Davido, like Wizkid, they are doing the one with the S. Even though the one without the S was still from Nigeria,
Yeah.
they've added a little bit of pop. They've added a little bit of, a little bit of.
I'm saying this.
accoutrement, yeah.
I'm asking you. I'm asking you guys this because of the conversation you're about to have. The
Okay.
battle between the Afrobeat and the dancehall, and also the new breath of a new genre, right?
Yeah.
okay.
I'm asking you because, yes, Sack, L, all these guys were doing Azonto and all these sounds and all that kind of thing. Fuse ODG
Yeah, Fuse.
and all those people were sounding amazingly. Da, 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 da. But at the time, was it called Afrobeat?
No, it wasn't called Afrobeats.
So they are not the ones that are doing the Afrobeats,
Okay.
Yeah, they are not.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But the Afrobeat name was coined by a Ghanaian DJ called DJ Abrante,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
who wanted to play African music in the UK on a radio station and wanted a name to represent
It's
it and called it an Afrobeat.
Oh, okay.
so the African beats.
Yes, right? Then the African beats now became an African beat, and unfortunately for us, in the African continent, or on the African continent, or in the African continent, Nigerians took it
Took over, yeah.
Yeah.
to the world.
Sure.
So why do people have an issue when I'm doing dancehall and I'm trying to speak like the Jamaicans? Because they are the ones that birthed dancehall. They are the ones that took it to the world and make it and popularize it so that I'm able to also
Do some.
do some. So why do people have an issue with the likes of all these young cats who are doing dancehall and they want to sound Jamaican and speak patois and all that? Why do people have an issue with that?
Okay, so me in particular, I don't have an issue with that, because I believe that if you want to do a genre, the genre comes with a particular sound, it comes with a particular language, And so to sound better and fit into their system, you need to follow the sound and also at least speak the language they speak. You can chip in the language you are comfortable with, but I believe that it will sound more better and appealing to the ear if you sound like the people who made it popular and originated it.
All right, so there you have it. We've set the tone for the conversation here on Fuse at night. All right. Now, let me ask you: have you ever wondered why Afrobeats and dancehall are constantly battling for supremacy in Ghana? It's funny how high life and hip life are not battling for supremacy, but it's Afrobeats and dancehall that are battling for supremacy in Ghana, because you have a section of young cats who are doing a lot of Afrobeat, and you have a lot of ghetto kids who are doing a lot of dancehall music. Stay with us officially, taking an official break. When we come back, this and many more conversation on Fuse at Night. Okay, we are back and hanging out with a big squad, big OK, and big plug. Right now, in some years ago, 11 years ago, a young artist called Stonebwoy met Nanaya 18 at the airport and told Nanaya 18 the type of music he does. In that interview, shot by Calibos, the only boss with one S, Stonebwoy mentioned a lot of genres, but also added one particular genre we're coming to have a conversation about before we look at the battle. Take a listen.
Sure. Yeah, man, you don't know, no? 6 weeks in the belly of the beast, you understand?
Talk to them.
Yo. Anyway, let's speak English, because so far so good, you don't know, you know? We've been out there doing works and things, you know, linking up with all the top notch, you know? Randy Valentine, Gappy Ranks, Carl Lex, everybody, because you know what I do dancehall, I do reggae music, and I do Afrobeats, so Afro dancehall, crisscross, you understand? Big up the Naya for coming.
Eyes.
All right, this is 11 years ago with Stonebwoy at the airport. When where were you? We are still in the mix, though. We are still making it happen. So now let's set a tone for the conversation officially. Now we've established that if I'm doing dancehall, I'm allowed to sound like
Jamaican.
Why do we have a lot of Jamaican influence or dancehall influence in Ghana?
I feel like because right now, the top artists in Ghana, if you mention the top 3, 2 of them are dancehall artists.
Why do you think so? Because you are on the come up, and why do you think there's a lot of young, even the females, when they are, you know, like they're coming up, 2 things: either they are rapping or they are dancehall artists. Why do you think that's happening?
I think we killed our own thing.
How? We didn't take a guy.
We killed our own genre. There's something called succession planning.
Yeah.
There's something called succession planning. And you know, Ghanaians also lack the culture of sticking to one thing to one end, especially when the thing or that particular thing starts, you know, gaining traction a little bit. Then we start to feel comfortable, and we just allow the thing to move. But it doesn't work that way. So what I say. So with time, what we are known for, I'm talking about the high life and the hip life, it went down, especially when our legends, because our legends actually started it. When they started going down, I mean, age started catching them, all this, you know, family and this. Because they didn't really train the young ones to come and take over them, they went with it.
Could you also be that dancehall is easy to do? Is it possible?
I'm also thinking that it is possible. You're right, but I think the dancehall too probably on my year who did it to the extent and now offer pen as an artist, offer pen. I say we'll try. That is the only beat that comes. Actually, because preach. There's this new artist, Wama now. People are actually going back to love the high life a little. I'm talking about RC.
Hey, I've been RC by.
Bisakede Mukrankasa.
So
Familia Mukrankasa. Even what's his name?
I'm talking about a new artist. I know they are old. I'm talking about a new artist. I'm talking about a new one, like someone fresh from our generation. Because under that particular post, I saw a lot of people like, oh, you make me miss this. And people were even trying to show us where he sampled that particular sound from. So I think Ghanaians, we didn't really push our high life, and the Afrobeat and then the others rather gained a lot of traction. So it became so easy and so popular for everyone to actually hop on that.
Should Samini have said, welcome the king of African hip life artist, and should Bandana have said, I am the African king of hip life, would that have helped us?
No, I don't think it would have helped us, because if Samini had said, welcome the African king of
Hip life.
hip life music, Samini was doing in between. He'll do hip life, he'll come and do dancehall. So he couldn't have said, he felt comfortable doing the dancehall thing. So if he had said, welcome the king of African hip life, he would have been contradicting his acts.
Why? Because at the time, when you look at the time Samini said, that's 2006.
Yeah.
When he said that, welcome the African king of the dancehall. The song that he was featured on was a hip life song.
But he came to do raga.
Yeah, but at the time, his early soldiers, I'm talking about Yogi, I'm talking about Rutai, I'm talking about General Marcus, I'm talking about Terrybone Chaka, this guy who died, Sonny Bali and things. They were doing raga, but they were hip life artists.
Yes. So in us,
wouldn't that have reduced the dominance of the Jamaican dancehall influence in Ghana?
No, I don't feel it would have reduced it.
No, I don't really know. I mean, probably I wasn't really born during that era. I can't really tell. But could it also be that, just like the Afrobeats from Nigeria is ruling in Ghana and Africa or the whole world now, could it be that during that time too, it was a Jamaican dancehall that was ruling?
Yes, it was. It's not only in Ghana.
Yes.
Across,
so probably
across the globe.
Yeah, so I think, I said something earlier that people like to join trends.
Yeah, fact.
So how about our artists feel like, okay, now the Jamaicans are on top, so why don't we join their train? And probably comfortable, so it automatically overshadowed or killed the high life aspect. I don't really know. What do you think?
Yeah, but no, it's a fact. But because we're coming to have a debate over this Afrobeat and dancehall, we are looking at the influence of dancehall music in Ghana and the fact that it's how it watered down ours. Look at somebody like Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
He's a dancehall artist.
Yeah.
But he does hip hop.
Yeah.
Why didn't Busta Rhymes call himself the dancehall artist, but he called himself a hip hop artist? Think about it for a second. Because the culture of hip hop was so it's so respected that even when you go and bite an idea from somewhere and you bring it into the hip hop circle, right? They still kept it hip hop.
Yeah.
So looking at the dominance of African dancehall in Ghana, like the plug was saying, at the time it was this. I mean, come on,
Vibes Cartel.
Yeah, it was huge.
Mavado.
It was a Gaza thing. The back and forth with a lot of Bujus and all these great talents that Beanie Man and all those things, Elephant Man, all these guys had come from dancehall, and also to the earliest time where Sean Paul was the ace, was the biggest. But even when Beyonce featured Sean Paul, that song was a hip hop song, or was an R&B hip hop song. Do you understand?
True.
So I'm just thinking that what did we do wrong? That caused the influx and the influence of dancehall in the country so much that now it became so easy and normal for young artists. Like MFA wants to do music now, she takes a pen. Even female artists, the way they even sound when they're doing rap or when they're doing, it's like dancehall artists. Could Samini and Shatta, these two that are fighting for the crown, could they have just said, or are they the reason why against their forefathers like Sonny Bali and Yogi Dems and all these people? Are they the reason why we've watered down our predominant genre that's high life and hip life among young people?
Samini and Shatta. Batman and Shatawale. Batman and Bandana.
Yeah, and then we go back to Yogi, we go back to Sonny Bali, Rutai, we go back to General Marcus, we go back to Shasha Mali because he's also like a reggae artist. So like all this, we go back to Aburanana. And so now Aburanana is also doing dancehall, like he does a raga.
Yeah.
And then we go back to my own artist, OD4.
Yo, OD. Hey, Charlie. Artist Campus.
But are they the reason why hip life and high life became a problem for young people to jam to?
With me, we can't say solely they are the reasons why hip life and high life became a problem to jam to, because even when they said they were doing dancehall, there were some top artists in that era, in their era, who were still doing the high life and the hip life and other things. We can mention a couple of names.
Yeah,
who were big.
Like who?
Like Keke.
Keke was doing high life.
Yes, Keke Fusu was doing high life. Can mention a couple of names, but Keke comes on top of my head. And Tiny was also doing his thing in there. So these guys were top. Even at that time, you can tell that, Charlie, when Keke Fusu drops, you can't touch him. When a name like Ofuria Mponsa, who was getting hits after hits after hits after hits, doing his 10 drops, you cannot touch him. These guys needed some kind of features and other things. So I don't think they are the reason. It is just that we didn't make the journey look so beautiful for others to also hop on it. You understand? When these guys were doing their thing, they made it feel like when you do dancehall, that is where you can get your source from. Like that is where you can make some good money from. That is how they made it look. So every young artist wanted to get in there. Like the same way Sarkodie came, he was doing rap. And then that was the era we got a lot of rappers.
Yeah, so now you're speaking my language. Like, let's go back to the, not to go back, sorry, but let me ask the plug something. Would you have preferred that today you are describing somebody like Shatawale and you would have said Shatawale is the biggest hype life artist in the world?
Yes, I would.
You would have preferred that?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, hold on. Don't say anything. Would you have also preferred that if you're describing Famia, you say he's the biggest high life artist in the world?
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
So what do you think that the guys who came before Famia Dems did wrong? And it has come to affect you that now you can't describe them as hip life artists and high life artists, but you want to use their supposedly genre to describe them.
What?
Because you are a young journalist now, you are a young broadcaster now. So what do you think that the guys who came before Famia and all these guys did wrong? What did they do wrong? What do you think that they did wrong so much that one point in me, Kaipo say, oh, shut up, you're a hip life artist. Me stories are as you use Shatawale is a hip life artist.
Which he was though.
No, I'm just saying, like, what did they do wrong? What do you think they did wrong?
I think they didn't. I don't know if I should categorize it under the succession planning something, because I felt like during that time they were ruling alone. So with these new ones also coming up, and then the fact that the Afrobeats or the dancehall was a bit easy for the rest of them, they all hopped on it. So I think they didn't. I'm gonna shut down planning. That is what I am thinking. So they can't really associate. It's just like
Yeah.
I don't know. So it can also be a factor. Probably they also didn't know. Maybe it is this dance hall stuff that was ruling. So they had no choice than to hop on it. Banka, Idina Mubobo, and most of them, Omunima, I think they would have at least picked something
No,
from
they
there.
for them they know. I mean, Samini knows. Samini came from Sonny Bali Tree. You know, like they know.
Let's not forget one name, Slim Buster. Mpacho. I say
Oh,
you're good in your sidelining it.
Is he alive?
Hey. Same master is. Let's have a serious
Yeah, he
conversation
is
because we're
alive.
trying to teach people something.
He is
Okay.
alive.
No, he's alive, but he's.
Okay.
I'm saying that
Mhm.
with the point you got to that at the time Sarkodie became predominant. Sarkodie made a lot of young people follow him.
Yeah.
At the time Samini became number one, he made a lot of young people follow him.
Yeah.
So don't you think the same way all these hip hop artists that went to bite dancehall, but went back to their home and still kept calling themselves hip hop artists, is what saved maybe America from also having to water down their hip hop culture. So don't you think, sir, that now the question is becoming personal? Like I said, this show is going to be brutal facts, and anyhow you take it, it's your problem.
It's your problem.
Don't you think, sir, the culture of the lack of self-belief among Ghanaians contributed to the genre dancehall taking over the country and watering down? And I say the culture of Sinatra.
Should we call it Sinatra?
Yeah,
Sinatra?
because you went to you fell in love with the sound, which is normal.
Yeah.
And then you bite the sound. Then now you want to call yourself you want to identify yourself by the sound and also with the people who do that sound. Is it okay?
To me, like I have said, since it was what was making waves, it was okay for them to do. But you see, there is one thing we are also not hating on, which could also be a contributing factor to the reason why this genus died off. The sense of ownership.
Do you know who owns the dancehall? I don't agree to that conversation.
No,
at
because the reason.
Do you know who owns dancehall?
No, but we can at least.
Do you know who owns hip hop?
I'm coming.
Cardi
I'm.
B.
It's the coolness. It is the coolness of the journey. Like the people made it so cool. Today, you are in Africa and you feel so proud that you call yourself
African.
No, a dancehall artist.
No, that is why. So my point was actually bringing me there. The reason we couldn't make it so cool was because people were the sense of ownership for the genre, like hip life. So instead of a unit to come together and make it so cool, now it was everybody fighting somebody to feel like I own it. So the coolness wasn't there. They couldn't make it cool. Which even after 20 years, they were still debating who brought or who coined a particular name for a particular genre. So it didn't become cool for the people, for the younger generation to say, Charlie, this thing is cool. I want to do it. Because those who started it were already fighting amongst themselves as to who owns it. But you see, let's take a genre like hip hop. We could tell when Snoop Dogg dams were battling each other like decent proper, but they were not trying to own the genre and say this genre is mine. And so in as much as they were battling it out for personal differences and other things, theft and other things, they were still sticking to the hip hop culture. And they were making it work. They had the sound and where it came from in their head. So they were still making it work like that.
Is that what happened to Azonto?
Azonto is from Ghana.
Yeah, Ghanaian tune.
I saw some debates say for South Africa.
Hey.
Like this.
Azonto is from West South Africa.
I said I saw a debate, like the sound.
No, it can never be from South Africa.
Share.
Okay.
Yeah, sound like
But there's a conversation. That's what I'm saying. Is that what you think happened to Azonto based on what he said? The coolness of Azonto. You came to meet the Azonto era.
Yeah.
Or you don't want to.
Yeah, it came to me.
You were not born.
Oh, I was. I was chewing bone scrub by then. So, and then I also think that people just lose interest in stuff. Yeah, that's what I am feeling. I mean, when something comes, like when there's a new era, and there's not really much planning or like a blueprint for it, it only rains for a while, and that is it. And I think that is what happened to the Azonto generation.
Is that what is happening to Afrobeats in Ghana? Because Azonto predominantly is what people are playing now as Afrobeat.
Yeah.
So is that what's happening to Afrobeats now? Is that why the influence of Afrobeats now in Ghana is also led by
Nigerians?
And they are making it so cool that the people of Ghana feel so cool to say, I'm doing
Afrobeats.
Why can't MFA do a show and say that Calvin Boy, who is a high life artist, but why is MFA saying Calvin Boy, who is an Afrobeat artist?
Because the genre is so cool that you feel comfortable associating yourself with it.
So that means it's not only the artists that are also causing the problem, MFA is also causing the problem. Because the media is also causing the problem. Because if the media knows very well that I have to identify this artist with a certain genre, but it's not cool, I will be seen as Kolo. So let me call him by the genre that is supposedly cool. Then the media is also contributing.
But we don't coin the name.
The media don't create or coin the name
for them,
for the genre.
Yeah.
Or for the artist. The artist associates themselves. And so if an artist associates himself with a particular genre, I don't stand the chance of saying that will be misinforming the public.
Yeah.
Because Stonebwoy says he's an Afro dancehall artist.
They come and say he's an
R&B
artist.
Stonebwoy, the high life artist.
Oh.
It's not right. It's not cool.
Isn't the media supposed to do three things?
Educate, inform, and entertain.
So if Stonebwoy says it's an Afro dancehall artist, and the media can educate people and say, yes, the dancehall is a culture that belongs to so and so and so, and so it's okay to identify yourself with it. But the way you sound, the sound that you are doing, is high life. Can the media do that?
No, the media have always done that. But you see, we can't impose it on the artist.
Yeah.
Why can't we impose it on the artist?
That is what you are saying. We are educating. Education is not imposing.
You know, what's this legend's name? Kojenchi.
Yeah.
Do you know the music he does?
Yeah.
What?
He does a high life, and then he does a bit of reggae.
Not a bit of reggae. Kojenchi is a reggae artist.
Yeah.
Do you know that? The songs you play from Kojenchi, all the songs, majority of the songs you play from Kojenchi, apart from the America album, most of these old hits, they are all reggae structured.
Yeah.
But you know why you call him a high life artist?
No.
Because the media at the time, in as much as he was doing reggae, made sure that they always corrected the public by calling him a high life artist.
Nana, these are current artists. They won't understand.
But Kojenchi had some tight high life backgrounds.
Yeah.
Like tight, some of his songs.
Not the tight. Like the era that Kojenchi them came to meet, the media was not like the whole country itself was a high life time.
Exactly.
Do you understand? So we are going to have a conversation real quick because our time is almost up. But I want us to have an understanding. I want the public watching the show to take something out of it.
Yeah.
Did we cause our own downfall?
That one is a yes. That's
Would you agree to that?
Yeah.
That is a yes. Because if we had championed the high life, we had championed the hip life, which these are the two sounds that influenced a lot of sounds like the Afrobeats. If we had championed it, we would have sat here today and say that familiar high life artists.
How do you champion a thing? Because the thing says you the media person. So they're trying to because how do you champion a conversation?
No,
Hold on. How do you champion a conversation?
No, I'm coming. So
how do you champion a conversation?
Okay, so I think we should take it back to the roots. Our roots, where it all started. So these are old artists, or no, I won't say old artists. I mean our legends should try and come back. And then, Nana, let me bust them. I see on social media.
You like busting people's mind. Why do you bring a dynamite here?
On social media, it is this and a fly. I won't lie to you.
So it comes back to what I'm saying. Said the media failed the country.
Media
the media didn't fail. I think the artists failed themselves.
Meba Nana. What did Bibia bring me some promoting now? At the end of the brand, no. XR. And also me promoting now. There be any umpo na kai. Meje XR no. What the XR ashamen sao? Me ko promoting no. Me see we 12.
Dabi.
It doesn't work like
XR
that.
About it works like that. Let me show you. XR na me de burn daddy. And your iPhone XR.
iPhone.
Okay. So what's the first? What was the first call?
iPhone.
The iPhone.
Say, oh, you brought me an iPhone to promote for you, right? This type of iPhone is supposed to be XR, but over here, people will call it an X because it has the same figures as an X.
People will not call it an X.
Why?
Why would you give me an XR and I'll say people will call it an X?
But even down, it's like you're comparing oranges and this
bananas.
Thing. It doesn't square because music. Listen, music is music, right?
Yeah.
Straight. Music is music. We are the number one cause of what has happened in the country.
Sure.
Because if somebody says, "Oh, Reggie brought hip life," and they're debating it, it's only the media's job to say hip life. As to who brought it or who didn't bring it, it's not our business. Because if you go to hip hop culture, even radio stations in America, they even dress hip hop. They sound hip hop. Meanwhile, in that same hip hop, a lot of different genres have been bitten from somewhere, different places, and brought. Today, now let's have a conversation. Today, Afrobeats is the number one genre in the world.
Yeah.
Between dancehall and Afrobeats, which one do you think has more influence now, and why? Our time is going. Our time is up.
I think Afrobeats has more influence now
Than dancehall?
Yes.
Who is the star boy now? Who is the star artist now?
Oh, the star artists. We can name a few of them.
Who? It's Vibes Cartel.
Okay. So yes. So I was coming there.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm coming. I was coming to say that dancehall was the thing until Vibes Cartel left the scene, and then some genres penetrated through. Because when Vibes Cartel was there, nobody was touching dancehall. He was doing it, and he was doing it when he was championing the cause. You understand? But Ofi Honom no. Now, though he's a star boy now, he's come out, people are putting him on shows, he's recording, he's releasing. But when he stands to share stages, recently he shared stages with some Afrobeat artists. We've seen him share recently Wireless Festival. He was on stage, Rema was on stage. And even though people jumped to his song, when Rema got to the stage and was performing with Drake, you could tell the feel from the audience. When Rema dropped Ozeba, it was crazy.
So African music has overtaken dancehall.
Right now, I think so.
Would you agree?
No. I think the dancehall is still ruling. Dancehall is still ruling.
What's the number one song in the country, in the world now?
The number one song in the world. I just saw the top 200.
It's Molly, right?
In the world.
Shake it to the max.
Okay.
Is that song a hip life song? Or is it an Afrobeat song? High life song?
It's an Afro dancehall tune. Which she doesn't
So-
even know that.
So between dancehall and Afrobeat, which one is dominating now?
Dancehall.
Afrobeat. I'll still stick with it.
I think it's dancehall.
I'll still
Last
stick
year,
with
who had the number one song for the summer? Burna Boy.
it. Yeah, Burna Boy.
Is Burna Boy Afrobeat artist or an Afro dancehall artist or Afro fusion artist? Or that's Burna Boy's root is what? Isn't it dancehall?
Yeah. But now he's out. He's doing more Afrobeats. He's doing more.
The song
Afrobeats.
that was number one, that's last. Is it an Afrobeat song or was it
Nah,
was an
everybody
Afro
go
fusion?
job.
It's
Big.
dancehall.
But yeah, you. But you see, he had some songs with the hits. You understand? But we cannot take the fact that Afrobeat is ruling now.
Is the Afrobeat ruling in our heads, in our mind? Or that's why it's on the ground? Like,
No.
let me pick your mind on it. Is Afrobeat ruling? Like, is it like Africans who are trying to make it like Afrobeat is Chinchinya is ruling? Or is that dancehall that is still ruling, like in the like global wise? Is the dancehall?
I think it's a dancehall that is actually ruling.
Why?
Yeah.
Is it the Molly features? You know the song Molly did. The features are all that Jamaican
All
artists.
Jamaican
Yeah.
artists. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even when the Shay, her remix of the It's Too Late is also coming from kind of a Jamaican sound. I don't know if you guys have heard it. I forgot. I don't know the lady's name, unfortunately. Lady no in a remix no.
There are so many girls. So there's Gucci. I think there are 2 girls more.
Okay. So for me, I think the Afro, the dance hall is too real. I am foreseeing that we are rather going to lose touch with the Afro beats, just like we lost touch with our high life and the hip life. We will lose it because the Jamaicans, they are back. And they are pushing their sound like never before. And unfortunately, the whole world is also hopping on it.
No, but me, I still think Afrobeat is doing it.
Which Afrobeat song is bigger than Shake It to the Max right now?
Oh no, the fact that Shake It to the Max is topping charts doesn't mean that it's a sidelining Afrobeat. Yes,
No, we
it
haven't
is-
said
it is
that.
doing
There's
well.
one song against so many songs in Nigeria.
Good.
But I'm asking, sir, is it like the thing is in Africans' head? Yepene yehuni sena. They feel say, oh yeah, this one Afrobeat is the number one in the world,
Mhm.
right? Against the fact that the actual thing on the ground is that the dancehall is still the one reigning. Because have you seen Vibes Cartel sell at the Barclays Center twice, 2 nights in a row,
Yeah,
back to back?
yeah.
Have you seen Sean Paul's crowd?
Have you seen Drake's crowd?
But even Drake,
Have you seen Rema them selling out O2 and things?
Have you also seen Black Sheep?
Modia. Have you Rema them selling out O2, Burna Boy selling out O2, Davido selling out O2?
oh, 20,000 people.
What's selling out?
Uh-huh.
Afrobeat artists 3. I sell. Muma Mulin tries to say the name Mumbua.
Molly is okay, so we are about wrapping up.
So we are not comparing song, we are comparing genre. So what you guys are doing is that you are comparing the song
No.
to the genre.
No, we are comparing the song, the genre of the song to the genre. So what we are doing is, listen, I'm asking, is Afrobeat bigger than dancehall? If yes,
Is it
why?
all time or currently?
Like,
We can have the conversation in 2 ways.
like both ways. Is
No.
it that the Afrobeat is just in our mind or in our head? Say it's big, but when you look at it carefully, it's still dancehall that is still influencing a lot of these young cats.
Oh no, Afrobeat is
Even their look,
even
their look. You see, even the dancehall look. Look at the Afrobeat artists that are talking. Look at Burna Boy. He has locks. His locks is not from Afrobeat. Fela Kuti that no, I mean a genre is a 360 culture. It's not just the sound though. Hip hop has the look. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Hip hop has a street culture look with it.
Yeah.
And so if I'm doing hip hop, there's a look that I carry. That look became big, and it went through different transitions, different directions. Nelly Dems and everybody brought some. You are saying that Afrobeat is bigger than dancehall.
In this dispensation, yes. because every genre has its
Describe a
style.
look for Afrobeat. Let me see.
Oh, now it's taking on the streets where kind of look and things. It's taking the streets kind of look.
Finally, before we wrap up, now, if Afrobeats and dancehall are competing, and the biggest song and the biggest artist in the world right now is Vybz Kartel, and the biggest song is an Afro dancehall song, should we say that the number one genre right now is Afro dancehall? Because you have Vybz Kartel on it, Shenzi on it, Skilly Bang on it.
This is going to be a tough one.
Oh, you said it. You said dancehall is ruling right now. And
They said the world.
And I said the
Have you
world.
compared the Indian sounds?
now so in Sembe now kicking.
I mean, the Americans are also doing so well. But yeah, yes, it's true. The Jamaicans are
Between dancehall, Afrobeat, and Afro dancehall, which one is the number one genre right now?
dancehall, Afrobeat,
And Afro dancehall.
and Afro dancehall.
Yeah.
Yenya dancehall mienu when you dancehall afa. Afro dancehall and a dancehall. Then it means dancehall is ruling.
Which one is the number one genre right now?
Afrobeats though. I'll still stick with Afrobeats. I'm not saying
Is Molly's song Afrobeat?
No, it's Afro dancehall. So it brings you to the fact that what the dancehall be, not the Afro dancehall be, not the Afrobeats be more. It brings you to the fact that then dancehall is on the sideline because the biggest song for the summer right now, and like you mentioned in the world right now, is not a dancehall song, it's an Afro dancehall song. So the Afro dancehall be mudia.
Afro dancehall, no. It's a combination of African rhythms and dancehall. It's not Afrobeat.
Okay, so then let's take the Afro from there and say dancehall and Afrobeats.
No, because we are having a conversation because Vybz Kartel has jumped on Molly's
Shake It to the Max,
which is defined by Billboard as an Afro dancehall rhythm,
True.
which is an African sound on a Jamaican dancehall
Rhythm.
production or rhythm.
Yeah.
And right now, that song is popularized by a Ghanaian who identifies as an Afro dancehall artist. So between Afrobeat, Afro dancehall, and dancehall, which is the number one dominant right now?
I'll still do Afrobeats.
Which one will you go for?
The ones that have dancehall in them.
Confusion, now you say basa. Me also do Afrobeats, honestly.
You think Afrobeat is bigger than dancehall right now?
Right now, yes.
You think so?
I think so. I think so.
Well, I mean, I searched on the net, and what Joseph is saying is just that he doesn't have points, and I'm not going to defend him. So let's wrap it up.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, so let me know what you guys think. We've had a lengthy conversation here. Fuse Arts Night, Mondays and Wednesdays. It's a conversational based on a topic, trying to make sense out of it. I hope we did make sense out of this one for you. Drop your shouts right now, or drop your comments below. And also let us know what you think. Between dancehall and Afrobeat, which one is reigning and why? If you share your thoughts, we will come back on Wednesday and we will read it on the show for you. Thank you for watching. If you watch this show any other time, it's always Fuse at night, Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 p.m. We'll see you guys on Wednesday with another fire episode. My name is Charlie Yao, big plug, big okay. And it was a good show. See you guys next week.